Scrapping a police siren or fire siren, ambulance, whatever they come out of. We done a video on doing a light bar a couple days ago and put it up. So I went back to the same department, asked them if they had any other junk that they wasn't going to be using, and we came across this. So we're going to see if we can get some scrap value out of it. Again, safety first. I've already got my eyes covered with glasses. Get here. And these were out of service. The plug and everything's gone off of them. They obviously don't work. Some of the other switches and stuff may be missing off of them. Now I'm sure I've looked on the internet and there's, I don't know, 50 probably different styles and makes of sirens out on the market, and I'm sure they're all going to be set up differently. What's going to be on the inside? This one's made by Whelen, I think it's Whelen. Take that 4-corner screws. This slides off. That's a nice piece of painted aluminum, and this is a pretty decent looking board. That's got a pretty good sized transformer in there. I hope that's not attached to the board. If it is, we'll have to take that off some way because it's too much weight. There's an EEPROM right there. I don't know if you can see that, but heat sink on the back. That's a pretty good looking size heat sink there. Take it off. That should be just straight aluminum, extruded aluminum in it. A couple of screws there. Yeah, this is another one of those things, if you get a bunch of them, you know, on a pallet or something from a municipality auction or something, it'd be worth it if they didn't work to scrap them out. It's a pretty good little piece of aluminum there. We'll start next with these knobs. Controls on it. They got a little Allen head in there. Get that took off. It's kind of hard to work with these little things, but just take those off. The different size of this other one. And once we get those off, there is a little nut on there also. Hopefully this one's going to cooperate. It's popped off here. Not sure why that's not wanting to come off. We'll mess with that later then. Anyway, you'll have to take that off, or you can either cut down through this piece of plastic here on the front, marking, you know, what's what on the scanner, and be able to pull that up through that board. This one's got a little nut on it. This is a little momentary switch there. That's pretty neat. You might take that off and use that for something else. But there's a couple of screws. We'll take this, get these cut back. Try to get this board out real quick so you can look at it, because that's probably going to be the most valuable thing in this siren is the Ewaste board. Got several screws on them. Should have used the drill instead of handheld. Get all these loose so this will come out a little bit easier. These other ones there. Anyway, once we get all these screws out, and got another one didn't get all the way out. And it looks like this transformer is going to be attached to the board. So you'll want to, once you get that out, get that board out, you want to get that transformer out as well and separate it from the board, because most e-waste buyers, the one I use online, will not take a board if it's got a monster size transformer like that one's got on it. Got a few things here still in the way. Knock that down in there. Plug back up out of the way. One more screws not wanting to cooperate. These are just compression. Just push that one side of it in, put those in. Alrighty. Oh, this knob here that wouldn't work out for us to begin with, that's holding that in place there, so we might have to force that a little bit. Alright. Now we're moving. Get these wires cut loose. Of course, you can just go back and just go ahead and pop that the rest of the way out. This is a compression fitting again. Just mash that in, slide it out, and there's that momentary switch, and that's another good piece of aluminum there. This is the board that's out of it, and like I say, there is an EEPROM there. You can either leave that on your board, or you can pry it out. And that is a EEPROM. You'll see those on a lot of electronics. That's a valuable little piece there. I always separate mine with these type of boards that way, because these wind up being more than the board itself. So to get the most value out of this, you want to try to get this transformer off of the board. And the best way to do is just pry it and pop it loose. You don't want to cut into these boards. The dust and everything that comes off of the boards when you're cutting into them, from what I understand, can be toxic if you inhale them. So we definitely want safety first. But that's what you're going to see inside of a police siren. So happy scrapping, and thanks for watching.